Hey guys, today is a really big day because I'm going to be studying abroad during a pandemic, and I want to tell you all about it. Okay, the first thing I want to talk about is where I'm going. So I'll be going to the capital of South Korea, which is in Seoul. I will be attending Yonsei University, which is one of Korea's sky universities, and I'll be going in the spring of 2021. Now, I know what you're probably thinking, Emily, why are you going to South Korea? Like, you could have just gone to Europe like every other person. About a year ago, I started to get really invested into the Southeast Asian culture, especially Japanese culture and Korean culture. I guess I was just really fascinated with just like the fashion there, which I love the fashion there. The shows and like TV shows, the K-dramas, everything like that. And also the food, like seriously the food. I probably have spent so many hours on YouTube just watching people cook Korean food that I can't eat. So that's basically why I'm going to South Korea, because I need to eat that food and it's been killing me. I also want to go to Korea just to like completely immerse myself in a totally different culture. I think that would be so amazing to get to experience that. In my 20s, I feel like that's something that I really, really want to do. But if we're being really real, I just want to travel independently. Like, I think that's one of my goals, and it's always been my goal to just travel as much as I can and get the most out of life. I think that's really my goal, and I think that's why I chose South Korea. And yes, also for the K-pop. Okay, moving on. So now that I had this like seemingly impossible idea of studying abroad, like, let alone I couldn't even go out my house. How the heck am I gonna get out of the country? I reached out to my study abroad advisor, and I went on my university's website to see what kind of programs they offered, and I just kind of like went through the list until I found Yonsei University, and let me tell you, I literally screamed my head off because I was so excited that they offered Yonsei instead of Korea University. Sorry, Korea University, I know we're like butting heads, but you know, Yonsei is better. I quickly made a few calls and I was like, hey, listen, I'm going. Okay, thank you, bye. He was like, no, actually, you're gonna have a very painful study abroad process because you need every single document that you've ever retrieved from anyone in your life. And so I was like, okay, great, let's do it. First, I found out that this program is a third-party international program. So this isn't faculty led by my university, and it's not really like partnered with my university. It's a third party, so we're affiliated with them, but not like FGCU's name is on it, right? The organization that I'm going with is called USAC, USAC. I don't remember what that stands for, but I'll probably put it on the screen. And I'll also put a list of other programs that may be affiliated with your university if you want to look into that as well. Once I was accepted into USAC's program, I had to submit a bunch of documents, a bunch of forms, blah, blah, blah. And then I had to apply to the host university directly. So I had to apply to Yonsei directly. And so basically, I applied to study abroad like 3 times, now that I think about it. Wow. Okay, so now let's talk about the elephant in the room, right? Like COVID. Can I say that? Pandemic, everything that's going on in the world right now. Like, how am I studying abroad? Well, let's just say I'm incredibly lucky. I am like extremely blessed that my university did not cancel their study abroad programs for the spring, so I don't even have to worry about my university canceling that, which was probably my first hurdle. And then the second hurdle was international travel. So then I had to see if Korea was even allowing international people to come into their country. Which they were, but everyone in the world was basically a level 3, except like no man's land. But then literally, I think like a couple of weeks ago, South Korea got downgraded to a level 2. So I mean, fate, destiny, everything, extreme luck. I mean, I'm gonna start picking up pennies now because I just am that lucky. But even though Korea is a level 2 now travel advisory, I still have to quarantine when I get there. So the 14-day whole thing, I gotta do it by myself. I'm not looking forward to it. And you do have to pay extra, like if you are quarantining in a government facility. Yonsei University specifically is actually offering quarantining in their dorms, which the application is next week for that. So I'm probably going to choose that option. It's less expensive and I'll be on campus already, so when I transition it won't be so difficult. I guess I'm lazy, I don't know. Oh yeah, and the best part is I have to get tested like 1,000 times for coronavirus. So that's just RIP my nose. So now to the good part, right? Like as far as the entire trip, right? What is the cost? Like, Emily, don't sugarcoat it. Like, what is the cost of studying abroad? Well, my total cost of studying abroad was about $15,000. So $15,000, tuition, room, meals, flight, health insurance, which we had to get because of the virus, extra health insurance, like visas, books, transportation, everything. Like, I would say $15,000 for that, like without spending money. That's separate, that doesn't count. Although I will give you a disclaimer, not every program has the same price and everything is different, and all countries have a different price on studying abroad. All universities have a different price on studying abroad, so your price might not be the same as my price, and I hope you got a better price. Now I'm hoping this part of the video will motivate you, like really just take you that one step closer to studying abroad. Because what if, just like what if I told you that I'm studying abroad for free? Yeah, like for free, no cost. That is it. I am studying abroad for free. Like, how would that make you feel about studying abroad? Because hell, I do it in a heartbeat. And there's only one explanation for this, ladies and gentlemen. One explanation. Scholarships, okay? Scholarships. I didn't even know until I did. And now I'm going for free. That's all I'm saying. Okay? Now, okay, I know what you're thinking. You hear the word scholarships and you're like, scary, confusing, intimidating. A lot of time. Which is true. This is all true. Okay? It is all of those things and more. But that's not the point. Okay, the point is scholarships literally save you, okay? There are so many scholarship organizations that want you to travel and they will pay for it. What? There is no catch except essays and GPA. All right, and other things. So for me, my financial aid applied, I won 2 scholarships, and I also had 1 personal grant. So that's 4 different streams of people buying for me, so that's great. So the first scholarship I won was the Benjamin A. Gilman International Scholarship, and that awarded me around $5,000. That was probably the most competitive scholarship I had applied for. And then I also got a scholarship from my university, which was like a family scholarship. Now thinking about it, I probably would have applied for like literally every single scholarship I could have applied for, but since I applied for my program late, a lot of the scholarship deadlines had already passed, so I couldn't really get into those. But my advice would be apply to every single scholarship you can find, and a lot of the times they are the same questions or like similar questions for the essays, so you can basically just kind of like use those, tweak them a little bit, and then submit and forget. So that's probably what I would do. But scholarships, man, I'm serious, they'll get you. They'll pay for your trip. That's what they want to do. Anyway, my point is there's literally no excuse for you not to study abroad. So please study abroad. This video isn't about me anymore. It's about you and how much you need to go and study abroad, okay? I really hope you can come with me on my journey to South Korea in February. Like I said, I'm leaving February 4th, I think. around there, like maybe a day or so, give or take. But February 4th I will be heading off, and I will be vlogging the entire trip. So if you guys want to see that, please subscribe to my channel. You will not regret it. I will make sure that it's great content for you. And if you want to put in the comment section what country you would want to study abroad in, I would actually love to hear it. And if it's South Korea, good job. I definitely persuaded you. So, new content will be coming soon. I make videos every Monday, post them at 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So just stay tuned for that, and I'll see you soon. Bye!